Hey y'all, this is Keisha from Lorraine's Treats and Things. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. So today you guys, I'm making some fried pork chops smothered in gravy. So some smothered pork chops, if you will. And basically I'm just seasoning these with seasoned salt, garlic salt, and some black pepper. Season the way that you want to season. This is what I'm using. I usually would use some garlic powder, but I did not even find the garlic powder to after the video. So I ended up just using garlic salt because, you know, seasoned salt already have salt in it. So you don't need garlic salt. You need garlic powder, okay? So just those three seasons is what I use. And just trying to keep it real simple and easy for me. And then sometimes, you know, you have a different taste for different seasonings on whatever you're cooking. You know, you don't use the same thing all the time. Most times, you know. So anyway, let's just rub it in. And I even scrape the plate because I don't want no seasons left on the plate. And this is how I flour mine. If you have a bowl, you can use a bowl. I like to pat mine in the flour, then shake it up in the bag because I just want to make sure everything is covered. Here's my hot oil and my cast iron skillet. And I'm just going to fry these till they're crisp so I get that nice crunchy, you know, pork chop, like a fried pork chop should be. And as you can see right here, I had trouble holding my phone and trying to turn this pork chop because I do not want that grease to fall on me. Okay? Yeah. And so basically I'm just turning these over because it's time of the day. So beautiful. Gorgeous. And these are center cut pork chops, you guys, that I got from Young's Meat Market on Hoover. Is that 50 something in Hoover? I don't know. But anyways, yes. So anyway, this is how I make my gravy. So this bottom stuff right here, I left a little tiny bit of oil after I fry my pork chops in the pan. And the stuff that be at the bottom, which is called fond, F-O-N-D, I left that in the pan. And basically, I'm building my gravy. I'm adding all my seasonings. I put black pepper, garlic powder, onion powder, some Goya chicken flavor, what else I added to it? I think that's it. Yeah. And anyway, I'm just going to stir this up. Now, sometimes the fond, if you guys use the stuff off of your, after you finish frying your food, it might be a little lighter than this. But mine was darker, so that's why my gravy is going to be a little darker, which is okay as long as it tastes good and it ain't burnt, okay? So, yeah. So, anyways, this is that, my seasonings and the fond, and I'm just mixing it all together. You see that there's barely any oil in there at all. Like I literally left not even a half a teaspoon of oil in the pan. And so now I'm adding my water. That skillet is very hot. And it's going to boil quickly like this, so be careful. And I'm just going to stir this all together, mixing all my seasonings, the fond, the water, everything, bringing it together. I'm adding more water because I know that won't be enough gravy for 2 pork chops. I want a little on my rice, and I want those 2 pork chops now to be covered with gravy. Now, I don't like making a whole bunch of gravy, and then it's only got 2 pork chops, okay? I made some rice for like enough for like, you know, like the little boil in the bag. I made that kind of rice. So 1 package will be like enough for like 2 days, which literally it lasted for 2 days and like 4 people ate it. So, so I like to make just enough gravy, and this is going to be just enough gravy. And as you can see, now, if I let this sauce continue to do like this, it will thicken on its own over time because those little remnants in the bottom of the skillet, after you fry pork chops or chicken or whatever, that is the remnants of flour that you've already battered your chicken or pork chops in anyway. So it will thicken if you take your time and be patient. Now, I was patient, but I wasn't patient enough, so I had to cheat a little bit. Well, it's really not cheating. It's just a different way to get your gravy done quicker. So I end up using a slurry. As you will see in a moment coming up, I'm going to use a slurry. You see this sauce? Now, this is a sauce. This is a sauce. You can see the consistency of it or whatever. And if this was just a sauce, it would be ready. But I'm going to use what was it called? I put some seasoned salt in there because it wasn't seasoned enough for me. So I'm going to use a slurry, which is basically I use a teaspoon of flour and maybe like 1/4 cups of water, and I dissolve that flour into that water. Now see, look at this. This is you can tell this is going to thicken up. If you're patient enough, you don't need to add the slurry. Just continue doing this. Slowly but surely, it will get thicker as you can see that it's getting thicker. It's just taking a little time, okay? Because this is at a sauce stage still. So, yeah. And it's pretty too. So as you can see, that's my water and my flour. And now I'm dissolving it. You want to dissolve all the flour because you don't want clumps and lumps in your gravy. And then you can do it the dry method too, which is just putting the flour directly into the hot heat and letting it cook out and then add the water and everything. But this is a more easier way to do it. So I'm just letting that dissolve completely. I don't want no pieces of flour in there at all because I don't want my gravy to have that in it. Because if you cook the dry method, you have to do it at the beginning. But anyways, so yeah, I'll dump that in there and I'm going to stir that all together, and you will see momentarily that this is going to take no time. It's going to thicken up really quickly, okay? Now, I don't like no real thick gravy. I don't want that. But if you do, all you have to do is continue to cook it, and the more you cook it, the longer you cook it, it will get thicker, okay? So, as you can see, this has been seconds, okay? And as you can see, it's already starting to bubble up. And I'm adding hot sauce because I like the flavor of the hot sauce inside of the gravy. So, as you can see, the consistency is changing already. It's already getting thicker. So pretty, too. That's why you got to make sure you don't have no flour lumps when you dissolve it in that water when you're making a slurry. And this still would have happened if I wouldn't even use the slurry. I just had to, it just would have took a little longer. So, yes, look at this. This is a consistency that I want for my gravy. And you know that your gravy is done too. See, it's easy to scrape that skillet and it comes off clean. And then you want it to be nappe, which means it coats the back of the spoon. And you know that you have a gravy. Or if you're making a sauce, you know you have a sauce. So this is the perfect consistency for me. This right here, this is it for me. I like this consistency. But by all means, if you want yours a lot thicker, then just continue to cook it and it'll thicken up. And if you cook it for a lot of people, you can make a lot more the same way, you know. So yeah, this is how I make my gravy. And I'm just stirring it up. Just stirring it up. And here you go. Ooh-wee. That's pretty. So beautiful. Perfect consistency. Just the right amount of gravy for 2 pork chops, and it'll go over a little rice. It's perfect for me. So, and there's my pork chops. And I like my pork chops to stay crunchy. So what I do is I don't want mine to be soaked in gravy. So I fry mine and then I put it in the gravy like this. So by the time I put it on my plate to eat it, it'll still have a crunch to it. And it's not like overly absorbed with gravy to where, you know, because I know a lot of people, they will put their pork chops inside of a big boiling pot of water and make their gravy while the pork chops and stuff is in there. I don't like it like that. So I like mine like this. And then I put it on my rice. At this particular time, I was at my mom's, so I was going home, so I just packed it up. So then by the time that I got home, you see that little piece right there off the end of that pork chop? Yes, that was so good too. But so it's not gonna have a crunch by the time I get home, but if usually I would eat it right away, and it will. So anyways, this is Keisha from Lorraine's Treats and Things. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Follow me on TikTok, and thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you next time. Peace.